Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're doing another pregnancy update video. This week I am currently just over 30 weeks pregnant, so I'll be doing from weeks 27 to 30. Righty, let's get straight into it. Starting from the week 27 of the pregnancy. Basically I've recorded that I was feeling a bit nauseous during the week, and that has sort of continued this last week as well. I have felt nauseous a few days. With that, I have also been having some constipation, which is fun. So yeah, I feel like maybe that's where the nausea is coming from. But yeah, nauseous, constipation, and a bit of a TMI one, but like, I mean, it pretty much goes hand in hand. Bad farts and gas. Then I also had my midwife appointment. So yeah, I did the glucose test a few weeks ago, and then the following week I had my midwife appointment. Got my results and they are all good, which is excellent. So I don't have gestational diabetes, which is a massive plus. Also, they checked a lot of things like my iron levels, my vitamin D. They had to test for HIV. And thyroid. So she said, yeah, you don't have HIV. Fantastic. My iron is actually surprisingly good, which I was not expecting because last pregnancy it kept dropping and it was quite low. But I had been keeping on top of it. So my GP sort of told me to just take one tablet every day or every second day for iron, just to kind of get on top of it before it does get low. So I don't know if that's helped, but yeah, it's good. So that's good. Yeah, and then my thyroid's good and my vitamin D is good, which I also have been taking tablets. I've been taking those for ages. So yeah, all good. I'll also touch on, I don't know if I've mentioned this on here, I'm planning to do another video of kind of what I'm doing to prepare for birth this time round and sort of discuss my birth plan, because I'm taking like a very different approach this time, and I've got like a completely different mindset going in, obviously, because I've already done it. But I am using a doula this time, which yeah, is really exciting. I'm keen to just have that consistent support, and I've been seeing her for the last few weeks and conversing with her. We sat down and did my birth plan together like a month or so ago, and she basically just printed it all up in like a nice big document, and I gave it to my midwife at that last appointment, and she sort of read through it and she was like, yeah, like this is all really good, don't have any issues. And like scanned it into my file. So yeah, I'm glad that that's all kind of in there. But yeah, I'm gonna do another video and sort of discuss, yeah, how that's been with the doula, and sort of like what I'm doing to prepare for birth this time, and like my preferences and stuff, because I definitely have more knowledge this time. Last time I went into it a bit like, oh, whatever happens happens. I didn't really want to research or do any prep, whereas this time I'm doing a lot more research and a lot more preparation, hence why I'm also using a doula, because I just want to be as prepared as possible and have like the best experience as possible. Right, moving on to week 28. I haven't really recorded much in this week, so basically it just means my symptoms were really like similar. Again, since the last update, I feel like not a lot has changed, honestly. I've been still getting really bad heartburn. It's actually gotten worse, I'd say. There's been a few days where it just like would not go away all day. I think I said last update that it was mainly at night, but it's definitely not now. It's definitely during the day, which is, yeah, a bit annoying. Then also I've still got that belly pain that I spoke about last update, this like stretching, growing pain, and it's literally like the baby is in there like stretching or like arching its back and like pushing out on my skin. I don't know, that is the best way I can describe it. but it really hurts. And like when I bend down now, like it's just so painful, like it's just really getting bad. Also, along with the belly pain, I've started to feel the other pains and aches of pregnancy. I think I said in the last video that I hadn't really felt lower back pain or pelvic pain that bad this time. And I recalled feeling it like a lot earlier with Lincoln. But no, it's definitely started. I was just yesterday, like, had a really bad day. Like, I just really struggled. I just felt tired. I just felt I had a headache, and my belly hurt. It just hurt to bend over. It hurt to pick Lincoln up. And then my hips and my belly and my pelvis were aching. So yeah, it's definitely all happening now with the aches and pains of pregnancy. And that's another one that I've sort of had this last week. I've just had this really bad headache, and it's not going away, and I still have it right now. So it started on the Saturday. It was a really hot day. It was 38 degrees. And I took a Panadol and went to work, and it was still there. Took another one later in the afternoon, and it just didn't go away. And I was kind of like, oh, maybe I'm just dehydrated. Maybe I just need to drink some more water. So I kept like smashing the water. I drank about 3 liters that day, and it was just not budging. Woke up the next morning, still had the headache. I said, if I still feel like this in the afternoon, then I'm gonna go get checked, because at my last appointment, she was saying that, you know, if you have a headache that doesn't go away with Panadol, then like it could be a sign of preeclampsia. So yeah, I was a bit concerned about that. I went in and got checked Sunday afternoon, late afternoon, and I was there for about an hour and a half. They did a urine sample. They took my blood pressure a bunch of times. They hooked up the CTG and checked the baby out, and everything was fine. So there was no like protein in my urine, which she said is what, like, if you've got it, it'll show up in your urine. And my blood pressure was fine. The CTG they were really happy with. So she's like, oh, it can, like, pregnancy can just present like headaches sometimes. The doctor came in and spoke to me, and she like checked my legs and everything. I think she checked my reflexes. I don't know what she was checking, but anyway, she was like, no, everything seems fine. So yeah, anyway, I'm just sort of dealing with that at the moment. I was like convinced that maybe I had COVID again, because last time I had COVID a few months ago, I just had this really bad headache and I felt a bit nauseous. But I've taken a bunch of tests and they're all negative. So I don't know, it's just pregnancy. Another new one I would say is I've been feeling really hot, and I don't know, like, it's just obviously this last sort of few weeks in Melbourne have been really hot, but even like I wake up and it's only like, it's not even like 20 degrees in the house, and I'm like, oh, whew, I need the aircon on, like I'm sweating, I just feel hot and bothered. So I think that's just like hormones and just like obviously getting bigger and everything. It's just, yeah, just a thing, a pregnancy thing. Lastly, my last symptom for this sort of, it's only probably been the last week or so, is that I am really hungry. Again, I think I said in my last update that like I didn't really have much of an appetite these last like few months, and during this pregnancy it's definitely been different. Whereas I feel like last pregnancy I was hungry all the time. Definitely now I'm hungry all the time. Like, I wake up and I have to have my breakfast straight away, whereas like a few weeks ago I would kind of wake up, maybe have a coffee, have some water, and then have breakfast like 2 or 3 hours after I woke up. And then that breakfast would kind of last me for like 4 hours or so. Whereas now I'm like getting up and having that breakfast, and it's the same breakfast that I've always had that used to fill me up, but now I'm like, after a couple of hours, I'm like, I need to eat something. I am starving. So yeah, I think it's just like around that time the baby's like constantly growing. I'm pretty sure it said on my app, on the Ovia app, that the baby is putting on like ½ pound each week now. Like, they're just growing rapidly at the moment. So yeah, I'm I'm assuming it's just that the body, my body wants more food to keep up with the baby's growth. But yeah, and that is it for this pregnancy update video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It really supports my channel, and don't forget to subscribe. I upload videos every Friday, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.